Yo, 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 yo. All that good stuff. What's the deal? What's going on, family? Happy Friday. It's Friday, as they say. Happy Friday. Peace and love, 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 peace and love. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Peace and love. Peace and love. How y'all doing? What's the deal? Friday, closing out week 74 here on SRDaily. Friday, May 16th, 2025. It is one of my little cousin's birthdays. He was born in 98, 27. Whoa, 27 today. No. Yes. Holy cow. My nephew was born in 96. He's going to be 30 next year. My little brother was born in 97. Yeah, my little cousin was born in 98, man. The boy is 26, little Corey Wright Jr. Shout out to my boy. Very big part of his life, at least first half of his life, man, involved in his football. He was a Lincoln High School star. He was the first JV player to then play varsity the very next game. His JV team lost in the playoffs, and then he went to play varsity and then make the championship. And he got 2 rings. He played at Yankee Stadium. He got his ring with his number on there and all of that. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. New Breed and Anthony, peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Happy Freedom Friday. End of the week, guys. End of another school week, another work week, man. As they say, the weekend is here. All right. I like to think that the weekend is the perfect time to work on your goals even more. Right, not less, right? And enhance your goals, work on your goals even more. Why is my thing not? Hold on one second. Where is my? Oh no! Why is my tag is only my name? It's supposed to also be title. Where is the title? So display the show headline. I don't know why they took that off. I didn't do that. I don't know what happened. But Mona Love, what's going on, baby girl? Peace and love. Happy Friday. Day 16. 16 days into our 31-day watermelon challenge and fast. Sponsored by Black Sea Brothers. This is absolutely epic. I love this challenge, man. I'm feeling lean. This flash, right? This lights. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out lights, man. Lighting, like this technical stuff with lighting and sound is not my best. I'm great with angles. I'm great with, just doing the thing, man. But we're going to have some help soon. We're going to have a team soon. We're going to have some money. We're going to be able to pour into this thing, man. And we're going to be able to hire a team to really build this thing, to really grow this thing. We need better lighting. We need sound effects. We need a whole shebang for the show, right? It's that powerful. 400 episodes is coming up. But look, we're 16 days into this watermelon challenge, watermelon fast, man. I'm feeling great. I'm looking great. Mona says she's feeling great. She's looking freaking amazing, slim, lean, like that. It's like that. And we're getting stronger because we're still working out, right? People do these challenges and they don't work out. They decrease their activity. We're still walking. We're still doing all of the things, man. Did 2 workouts yesterday. Got 1 in already today. Going to do another one tonight, right? 2 workouts today so I can hit my limit because I realize in the mornings, especially if I'm not going to sleep the time I want to go to sleep, right? I'm not able to wake up when I want to, so I'm not able to do the full workout in the morning. So I can do 3/4 of it in the morning and then do the rest in the evening, all right? So I'm able to get my full, the amount of sets of push-ups, pull-ups, ab rollers, resistance bands, running, all of the stuff that I want. I'm able to get it into the whole day, not just one part of the day. Until we get up early enough, right? We're able to get to sleep early enough, get up early enough, and I'm able to do my full workout in the morning. And then the evening time that could be spent just reading, writing, reflecting. But yeah, I'm getting better. I got 3 days of journaling. I've written in my journal Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's the first 3-day journal entry I think I've ever made, or at least in a couple of years. Like outside of being young and having to write in a journal or at school. Yeah, man, I'm proud of myself. Celebrate small victories, right? 3 days of journal writing. I haven't written my journal today. Today is going to be the 4th day. But yeah, man, there's a lot happening. There's a lot going on in my world. I am sending love and light and positive vibes to all of you. Again, it is Friday, May 16th, middle of the month, middle of our watermelon challenge. I told Mona we're on the other side of the mountain now. We'll be going down. There's 15 days left today. Tomorrow's going to be 14 days, 13 days, and then there's the countdown, man. I'm someone who I've been locked up. All right, a lot of people who locked up, we do the countdown, man. We got 10 in the wake up, right? You got 20 in the wake up. So right now we got 14 days in the wake up, right? 14 days in the wake up. That wake up is the last day. That wake up is like, yes, we start preparing for the next day, which is to break the fast, to introduce other fruits, like maybe some mango. I know I think we both want mango. I think that'll be the first thing we eat. First, additional fruit that we eat, other than watermelon, some mango. I know I want some pineapple juice. I want pineapple and cantaloupe juice. I know I want some avocado. All right. I want avocado salad, just avocado and mango. Some lime. All right. Introduce maybe some cilantro. But yeah, so we doing this thing. The thing is getting done. And I hope that you are all doing your thing to your capacity, right? But let us get the show started. Hit the share button. Share this live with 5 to 10 of your friends who may be interested in tuning in. Hit that share button, click their profile, and just send them the video. It's easy, it's short, it's simple, right? You can scroll through, or if you interact with people regularly, or you got some people you talk to, it should be up there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, holla at your boy. We are here. I am finishing up these shares right now, and we're gonna get this thing rolling. We're gonna get this thing rocking and rolling. Once again, I am your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. You are tuned into SR Daily, episode 368, closing out week 74. SR Daily is where personality meets enlightenment. We are here Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., right on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. And we're going to start with our first segment of the day. We want to shout out my brother, our brother, Sefu Sanko, for tuning in from Southside. What's up, my brother? Peace and love. Southside, we outside. But let's start with our first segment of the day. Today's number one segment is a word of the day. Today is a very simple word. We all hear it to some capacity. The word is leader. I want to define leader because there's so many people who claim to not be a leader. I ain't no leader. I ain't no leader. Everybody's a leader to some degree. So let's read and let's define leader. Let's build on it. So leader is defined as the person who leads or commands a group, organization, or country. So some people, based on that definition, they're like, I'm not commanding a group, I'm not commanding an organization, I'm not a leader. Cool. Keep reading. Someone who inspires passion and motivation in others. Someone who inspires passion and motivation in others. What are you inspiring them to do? Right? What are you motivating them to do? The one in charge. The person who convinces other people to follow. Now, these last two definitions are very important because this is where you're not intentionally commanding a group, right? You're not commanding an organization. You're not saying, yo, do this, do that. You're not doing that. However, every single action or inaction that you take is inspiring someone and or motivating someone, right? Or convincing someone to follow that action. Everything that you do, everyone has at least one person looking at them. And if you do something and you think it's okay, like if you think it's okay to not care about children getting killed in the world, then somebody else might not care about children getting killed in the world who's watching. You're like, well, they don't care, so wash it out. But if you care, and if you show that you care, if you let it be known that you care, then maybe somebody else will come and be like, you know what? I do care. You know what? It is fucked up what's happening in the world, right? So regardless of what we think, regardless of how we feel, like Charles Barkley, I remember, one of the best commercials in the 90s with Charles Barkley, the basketball player. He said, I'm not a role model. And he's not, and I understand it, right? And I understand it. I understand that you are not a role model, that you are here to live your life, accomplish your goals, and do your thing. Very selfish, right? Very selfish, very real, because I've said I'm not a role model before, right? So but I said that specifically, and I don't know Charles Barkley's mindset, but I said that not because I don't want children to be inspired by me, not because I don't have some kind of responsibility, but because I know that some things I do, and I only said I'm not a role model. Like, I don't say that publicly. I said that to a person specifically because they told me I was a role model. And I'm like, yo, if you send your youth to work with me, right, your life is completely different than my life. He's constantly in church, right? He's like, he does things by a certain way. I don't. And so you telling them I'm a role model, they may come to me and see me smoke weed maybe, right? Or when I was still drink alcohol, or when I was single, messing with random girls, right? And they might say, oh, that's not leadership, Sugar Ray. No, don't do that to me. However, I am a role model. I do hold myself to a certain standard, to a certain idea, to a certain responsibility, because I know that there are people watching, whether I want them to or not. There are young people watching me, right? Whether it's because of my style of dress, whether it's because the things I've been through, the stories they heard, whether it's because what I'm current, whatever it is, there are young people watching. I have a responsibility to these kids, man, to these children, to these babies, right? And we all do to some degree, right? Some people are going to be a little more serious than others. Some people, but like, there's always somebody watching. And so once you have someone's attention, is your responsibility not only to yourself but to them to like give them the best part of you and to not kill their dreams by your action or inaction, right? So yeah, man, like it's simple, man. Like I said, everyone to some degree is a leader. No matter what you do or don't do, there is always somebody watching and following your example. So like, we got to be wise with our words and our actions, right? We got to be considerate of the people who care about us. We got to be mindful of how our words or actions or inaction can impact the people we care about, right? It's very real, right? Apathy is a real thing. Very easy to become apathetic, but like that's the challenge, man, is can you rise above those feelings of discomfort, those feelings of, like things are not progressing, things are not happening, right? Like, and still hold fast to the vision, because I think for the most part, all humans pursue goals and take certain actions based on the vision that they have. So if you still have that vision, then still keep taking action towards it. And if you lost that vision, don't then sabotage somebody else's vision, right? Don't throw salt on their wound. Don't do that, right? It's challenging. But yeah, that's the word of the day, man. I wanted to build on that because that's something that again I realized, right? Like I was once doing terrible things in my neighborhood, man. And I ain't no leader, ain't nobody. But then I realized, like, when I went to prison and came home, right? I shot my gun outside on the block in front of a bunch of people, shot 9 shots at some people, right? When I came home from prison, I vividly remember one of the young people who was there, right, 3 years later, right? He was like probably 11, 12. When I shot the gun, he was on the block. It was outside Saturday, so people saw me. Everybody saw me. I came home from prison 3 years later. This young person, right? Not exactly 3 years, but after I came home, this young person is engaged in some beef. He shoots a gun up. I go talk to him like, you can't be doing this. Boy, Sugar, I seen you shoot a gun. What you talking about? And that's when I realized I made him think it was okay, right? And I'm not just me, right? I'm not the biggest person, right? So no, but I've had some part in that. I had some part. The reason my neighborhood is how it is, with so many young people selling drugs, shooting guns, was because me, my part, right, in my generation, but me, I kind of showed them that was okay. This is how you handle conflict. This is what you do. This is how you be. This is what it means to be a man, a gangster, a G in your community. You bust guns, you sell drugs. Now the young people are busting guns and selling drugs. I can't tell them that they can't do that. I got to explain to them how what they're doing is harmful, is detrimental, help them find more value in themselves, right? But like, I was leading even when I wasn't thinking about being a leader. Somebody's always following, so I just wanted to drive that home. Said my conditions made me a leader. Malcolm at 100. Happy Freedom Friday. Yes, Freedom Friday. Malcolm X Day. His birthday is on May 19th. Yes, yes, yes. Today is Malcolm X, National Malcolm X Day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. May 16th, Friday's birthday is on Monday. That is also my aunt's birthday. My aunt will be 92. Right? She was born on Malcolm X's birthday, man. My aunt, my big mama, that's where her revolutionary spirit comes from. Right? Said, I love that definition. Right? Happy Freedom Friday. My conditions made me a leader. Powerful. Today is also National Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day. Nice. Do something good for your neighbor. She said the children are always watching. Absolutely. Eddie Kruger, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love. Happy Friday. Energy up. What's going on, my sister? Peace and love. Happy Friday. The children are always watching. Yes, they are. Today is National Do Something Good for Your Neighbor. My conditions made me a leader. Let's move right along to our second segment of the day, guys. Today's second segment, our Need to Know News of the day. Need to Know News tomorrow is going down. I'm so excited. I got goosebumps. I love being outside in my neighborhood, man. I love being able to, help curate these experiences, these events. Tomorrow is our annual Thrive and Heal community event. Super dope. If you've been there last year, I think we did 2 last year, the year before, right? But if you've been there the last 2 years, man, free massage, manicure, photo booth, man, food, beverages, games. Is we've had break dancing, right? I curated a skit last year. We're gonna do another skit tomorrow. Skit around real impacts of food apartheid. So that's gonna be super dope. So yeah, man, like I'm really, really, really freaking excited about this stuff, man. Like this is what it's about, and I'm so like thankful to Eliana, who is the map engagement coordinator. MAP is the mayor's action plan. Again, this is something that Bill de Blasio started when he was in mayor. Identified a few neighborhoods, give them certain resources to build. And Eliana has done incredible work, man. She has, more than anybody else, right, ensured that the whole community is involved in the Reese programming. Right. Veronica clearly is freaking legend. She's been here freaking almost 30 years. Absolute legend, absolute hero. She makes sure the programs run. But in terms of community engagement, like getting funding to do things, that's Eliana. Eliana is doing it, man. We've had, if you was there last year, we had the carnival. Like, it's lit. So tomorrow's going down 1 to 4 p.m. Right? Come through. Again, it's gonna be crafts. It's gonna be games. It's free for the whole family. So bring your mama, your grandmama, your grandpapa, your papa, your uncle, your neighbor, your dog. Right? Bring your whole entire family. It's going down tomorrow. Again, I'll be hosting the event. If you know me, you know my energy is crazy. I love hosting events on these challenges because I get to show that, like, yes, I'm eating less, but like I'm stronger. My mental toughness is a very, very, very real thing, right? I'm extremely tough mentally. And yeah, man, like, it's gonna be a good time. The rain has cleared up, right? It was raining in the forecast. I was messaging Eliana all week, talking about contingency plans, maybe moving into next week. I'm like, I won't be available next week, so maybe doing it in June. I got like no Saturdays in June available, really. So I'm like praying. I was hoping and praying that we could do it this week. And we're gonna do it anyway because we got tents, we got mad tents. We could put tents up, and it could be stations, right? And under the tent, you got food. Under that tent, you got massage. Under that tent, you got manicure. But it seems the rain cleared up. The event is 1 to 4 p.m. It seems like it's gonna be sunshine, 80 degrees. It may not be any rain, or maybe rain early in the morning. But it's gonna be great. I'll be hosting, I'll be facilitating the skit, and I'll be taking photos, right? Which is something I do anyway. And so, how great is it? I'm gonna say this, to be paid in your community for things you would do for free. This is manifestation. I said this on the show before. Said, fool, you might have heard this. It might have been a while ago, but I shared this. Brother told me, Dr. Busy up in the Bronx, who gave me all of that wisdom 14, 16, 17 years ago when I was first getting started and first changing my life. He said, when you do for free what you could and should be paid for, eventually you get paid to do the things you would do for free. I would take pictures of this event for free. I will host this event for free. I would do a freaking skit at this event for free. I would, 100% I would. If said fool like, yo, we're doing this event, I need you to host it, I got you, no worries. Don't worry about a budget. Right? Like, this is my neighborhood. This is my community center. Of course I would do it for free. But to be paid, like, life is good. Life is good. Life is freaking, like, this is sweet. And I want people to understand, like, it's so much wisdom wrapped in that, right? Like, everybody wants to get the money first, get the money first, get the money first. And it's like, yeah, you should have money for your time. Okay, cool. But are you really now trading time for money? Okay, and that's how you get stuck in a cycle. I just want to add value and get the money. So you know what? I gotta show my value. I gotta prove myself worthy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, just because you're born, okay, go work for somebody then and get paid what they want to pay you. Right? Like, other than that, like, focus on building your value, focus on adding value, increasing the vibration of a thing, and then eventually you'll get paid. Right? Getting paid. Like, workshops I would do for free in my neighborhood. Get paid. Right? Come on. Food, like, this, man, listen, man. All right, you give first. Life is forgiving. Give, and give your time and come tomorrow. Right, 1 o'clock. Be there a little early. I'll be there early, setting up and taking photos and all of that good stuff, man. But yeah, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. It is 1 to 4 p.m. in Queensbridge, behind the community center. Right, the community center is 10-25 41st Avenue, Queensbridge, New York, LIC. On the basketball court behind the center. It'll be going down 1 to 4 p.m., 3 hours. Great time, great event. I'm there. Eliana's there. Other great folks are there. Again, massage, manicure, crafts, photo booth, meditation, games, food, beverages, all that good stuff. Let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, as always, is our tip of the day. And today's tip is accept responsibility for everything in your life. This is grown folk tip. Accept responsibility for everything in your life. in my immaturity, which was a few years ago, right? Not when I was a teenager. I was still immature to some degree a few years ago. In my immaturity, I still blame my mother for certain things. I still blame my father for dying for certain things. I still blame the system for certain things, right? And although, right, like those entities had their part in my mental health, right? How my mental health was, how my self-esteem was, my self-worth, my self-view, my worldview, right? My ambition, right? All of those components, my mom, my dad, right? My parents, right? Society, the environment, they all played a part in how I saw things, how I behaved, how I felt or responded to things. However, right? Not my fault, but it's my responsibility if I want to change it. If I don't want to continue to be like that, if I don't want to continue to think like that, if I don't want to continue to feel like that or to respond like that or to live like that, then it's my responsibility to change it. Who else's responsibility is it? People keep waiting for the freaking government, talking about the government. They ain't doing it. You got to change your neighborhood. You got to change the family dynamics, even if it is this person. Yeah, they should take responsibility, but they haven't. You're going to keep waiting for them to take responsibility. Oh, my mother should do this. Oh, my father should have did that. Okay, but whatever it happened, can you change it? No. So it will behoove you to learn to move forward, right? Accept it for what it was. Saying it shouldn't have happened doesn't change the fact that it happened. All that does is keep you in that cycle of suffering, wishing you could have changed it, wishing it could have been different. That wish ain't never got nobody into a better situation. A wish ain't never got nobody into a better situation. A wish, one more time, ain't never got nobody. So you can wish all the freak you want. They say you can wish till the cows come home. It ain't gonna change anything. What's gonna change something is taking responsibility and saying, okay, even if it ain't my fault, right? Even if it ain't my fault. I think it was Les Brown. Les Brown said, it may not be your fault where and how you were born, but it damn sure is your responsibility how you die. It may not have been your fault where and how you were born. Hear that. It may not have been your fault where and how you were born, but it is damn sure your responsibility how you die. You was born in poverty. If you die in poverty, your responsibility. Your fault being born in poverty wasn't your fault, right? You had nothing to do with that. That was your parents. That was their parents, right? Like, but you're gonna still die poor. That means you stayed in that loop. You stayed in that cycle. You didn't push yourself. You didn't push yourself. You didn't challenge yourself to grow. You wasn't resilient enough. And that's what, like, it happens. Like, we fall and we don't always rise up, and that's okay. Like, maybe we get another chance. Maybe not. If this is our only chance, like, push yourself. Even if you fail, even if you don't make it all the way, strive daily for improvement. Strive daily for improvement. Accept responsibility for everything in your life. Listen, I ain't seen my children in 18 months. 18 months went by. I ain't seen my freaking children. Devastated, brutal. People around me, oh, your ex-wife, she's this, she's that. No, she's not. Don't talk about it like that, first of all. Right? Like, this is what I think. I think that she thinks blah, 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 blah. Right? But I took responsibility. Like eventually it was like, once we reconnected and started to communicate, I was able to hear their perspective, her perspective, the children's perspective. And I have to take responsibility. Yes, it could be a million. Yes, she could have did this, she could have did that, she could not have done that. But it happened. I accepted my part and my responsibility, my role in the fact that I ain't seen my children for 18 months. I could have showed up at the crib. I didn't. I could have showed up at their crib. I did not. I didn't want nothing to happen because I know two situations where a motherfucker showed up at the ex crib, new husband, man, somebody gets murdered. I've seen those situations. It's not my energy, but I've seen those situations. So because I didn't know, I didn't just show up, but that's my responsibility. And that's rooted in my thinking. That's rooted in my experiences, real trauma. But I was in my head, not in my heart. Sit in your heart. I said that the other day. Come on, guys. I only share what I practice. I'm only sharing what I'm practicing. Get out of your head into your heart. I was in my head, not in my heart. I was in my head thinking too much. But what if this happens? And what if that happened? I should have said in my heart, love. Bring some people who you know love you, who you know love the children, who you know ain't gonna let nothing happen to nobody, and go see your children. Pop up. Get this thing done. 18 months went by. And that's a pain that I will forever live with, right? It's a pain that we are transmuting, right? We are extracting power, wisdom, understanding from. But it's a pain that I will always live with, knowing what my children experienced, some of what they experienced during those 18 months, simply as it relates to me not being there, their guide, their role model, their king, their hero, not being there as they went through changes in their lives. I got to accept responsibility. You can say it's not my fault, but I'm going to accept the responsibility. Right, in my part, the part that I play, man. Like, so yeah, man, it's not right. Yeah, it's your responsibility, man. If you had zero control over the circumstances you were born into, right, but you have 100% control over the circumstances that you end up leaving when you die, man. But let's move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day. Today's fourth segment is our build of the day. Sefu said we have to be responsible to how we respond to our conditions. Absolutely. He said, I took responsibility who I chose to marry when the relationship ended bad. Yeah, you did. We all like, yeah, man. All right. But let's move right along to our fourth and final segment, our build of the day. Today's build is your life is a movie. Your life, the life that you are living, is a movie. You are the writer, director, producer, and star actor. How does it all play out? Your life is a movie. How does it all play out? Your life is a movie. You are the writer, you are the director, you are the producer, and you are the star actor. How does it all play out? What are people witnessing? What are they looking at? Right now, I say that knowing that every person doesn't want to be a star, right? Every person doesn't want to be a star, but you can't do anything about it, right? There's nothing you can do about it. You are a star. Literally, you are stardust, right? So, like, you are a freaking star, whether you want to accept it or not, right? That's on you, and like you got to deal with if people around you don't get illuminated because like nobody's looking, nobody wants to be the light, right? Like you a star. You heard it from me. You are a star. You can't do nothing about it, right? Like your life to some degree and in some capacity will be talked about and critiqued at some point when you're gone. At some point, your life, the life that you are living, will be talked about and critiqued for some specified amount of time, short time, long time, right? Like it's going to be talked about. It's going to be critiqued to some degree, in some capacity, when you're gone. What emotion do you want to evoke with them people? What do you want people to say? What stories do you want people to tell? What stories do you want people to tell? You want people to tell a story, oh, he was a loser. Oh, he ain't do shit with his life. Oh, she ain't care about nobody. She only cared about herself. Or like, yo, that person, oh, man, they impacted me, man. The way they spoke, man, they touched me, man. They made me want to strive to be better, man. They made me want to, push harder, man. They made me think that I could do it. What story you want people to say, to tell? What story you want people to take away from your story, right? What do you want people to say about you? Okay, you might not care. That's cool, right? But like, okay, right? What will your story be? What will your story be? How much impact will it make and how much income will it make? How much impact will your story make? Right? Will your life make? And how much income will it make? Again, you live a life. We all live in life. We all experiencing breakups and heartache and pain and traumas and joys and successes and triumphs. And if you could contextualize that, put that in book form, put that in story form, right? How much impact will that story make? Can it reverberate and reach people all across the globe, humbly, respectfully? Like, it's possible, regardless of where you come from, what your circumstances are. It's possible that you could become someone who makes great impact. One of the greatest joys, and I got goosebumps, I'm about to say this, one of the greatest joys that came to me was a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, maybe a little more. All right, maybe a little more. A couple years ago, within the last few years, Brother Ray comes to me and he says, yo, my daughter got a project in her school. They gave her a sheet about like environmentalism, her science class. They're doing environmental stuff and pollution. And there's a sheet, it's a worksheet, and they got activists, and it's you. He said his daughter, it was like, Daddy, Ray's in our school freaking sheet. And I was like, wait, what? Like, not Ray, Sugar Ray. Uncle Sugar Ray is in our school. I was like, what? Whoever the teacher was, whoever the facilitator was, they, I guess, looked in the neighborhood, right? I don't know how they did it. But one of the questions or one of the parts of her paper it was a worksheet. I was on a worksheet. That's impact. My best friend's daughter saw me in her school, not me physically in her school, but my name, I think it was a picture or something like that, but like on her worksheet. Like that's impact, dog. That's impact. That's being relatable. That's now this young girl, I think it was Nia. Yeah, I think it was Nia. Nia, who may not, let's say she didn't care about environmentalism or she didn't care about whatever the issue was, pollution or whatever it was. I can't remember. But now she sees me caring about it, me talking about it. It can give her. It doesn't always happen, but it can give her another perspective. It can make her want to listen more, because if Uncle Sugar Ray cares about it, it must be important. If Uncle Sugar Ray speaking about it, let's hear what Uncle Sugar Ray got. Like, that's impact, right? And what do you know? Income follows impact. So you want to make a lot of income, make a lot of impact. And that's what I'm focused on. I'm making impact daily. And now the people I need to make a lot of money to go from like 0 to 100 real quick is aligned. I'm aligning with those people. And so the income is following, right? But impact, how much impact will your story make? How much income will it make to carry out your dreams, right? To carry out your ideals, right? To provide safety, security for your family. Right. I personally live my life this way, and to me, it makes life so much more interesting. When I'm looking at life as a story, as a movie unfolding, as a script being written, right? I'm like, okay, what do I want to happen next? And then I make it happen. Like, this is my movie. Like, this is gonna be a dope ass movie when my movie comes out, and I'm gonna be alive. I'm gonna be alive and well when we make a actual movie with actors about me, about my life and my story. Right. I'm 41 years old. Let's say 9 years go by before we do it. I'll be 50. By 50, I'm gonna be 100 millionaire. Right, we're gonna have schools, clinics, right? We're gonna have build housing, right? Like, we're gonna do so much in the next 9 years. It's insane, right? So it's gonna be a movie about me. It's gonna be a full documentary series. It's gonna be a movie. I'm gonna be 50 years old with a movie documentary about me. I'm gonna be living. Dope, still young, still vibrant, still fine as fuck, getting healthier, sharper, better, wiser with my love. Yo, listen, guys, that's the show. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I feel freaking incredible on this Friday, man. I'm gonna get some things done at the crib, cut some watermelon up today, man. Make some things happen like that. Super dope meeting later at Cloudy Donuts. I told you guys I manifested that connection literally in my mind. It's still magical. It's still like and I can't wait to ask him, what made you reach out to me that day? Because this is, I just told my fiance, I just did that. And now you reached out. Like, how? Why? What happened? Right? Because this is all a movie, man. This is magic, yo. But listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. This is episode 73. Episode 73. Sorry. Closing out week 74, episode 367 of SR Daily. I'm your boy, your host, Deshaun Sugar Ray Marston. Please do join us right back here next week. Same time, same place, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Be limitless. Peace and love.